Hello students, welcome to examination preparatory classes. We are studying sales crime and insurance subject, and today we will be studying unit 6. In unit 6, in this particular unit, we will understand management of insurance companies, functions and organization of insurers, underwriting, the process involved, objectives of underwriting, claims management, insurance pricing and insurance marketing. Types of insurance or insurance organization. Insurance organization are classified by basis of risk coverage. Risk coverage, when I say life, general, health, property, auto, their agency system and formation from legal point of view, that is stock or mutual. The first one is stock insurers, mutual insurers, Lloyd's of London and reciprocal exchanges. We will study stock insurers first. Stock companies owned and controlled by common stockholders. They appoint board of directors who in turn engage officers to run operations. Profits distributed among stockholders. Normally policyholders are eligible for benefit contracted but not dividends. A stock insurance company is publicly traded. The company is not necessarily disincentivized to work for the long-term best interest of the policyholders. However, the insurer has to balance the interest of the policyholders with that of outside stockholders. These stockholders may or may not own policies issued by the company. A stock company may raise money by selling policies or issuing more stock of the company. In the case of life insurance companies, stock insurers may encourage policyholders to take policy loans and collect interest payments. Now we will study mutual insurers. Mutual companies, normally non-profit organizations, they are normally non-profit organizations owned by policyholders, initial contribution arranged by them or a financial intermediary which must be repaid. A mutual insurance company is an insurance company that is not publicly traded, students. This is very important to understand, okay? The company is effectively owned by the policyholders. Because of this, the interests of the management are aligned with those of the policyholders in a direct way. Then Lloyd's of London. Lloyd's of London is not an insurer, but is the world's leading insurance market that provides services and physical facilities for its members to write specialized lines of insurance. Reciprocal exchanges. It is another type of private insurer. A reciprocal exchange, also called an inter-insurance exchange, can be defined as an unincorporated organization in which insurance is exchanged among the members and they are called as subscribers. Managing claims and losses. Claims management is the basic goal of the insurance industry. It means to settle the losses of the insurer and the differences between the insurer and the insured. Claims management is more than just settling the losses with money. Insurance companies have claim settlement representatives to carry out this task. Basic objectives of claims management are confirmation of a covered loss, reasonable and timely payment of claims, personal support to the insured. Now we will understand underwriting. The meaning of insurance underwriting. It is defined as a process of analyzing risk of insurance applicants and deciding whether the insurance company should accept or reject the application. Insurance underwriters evaluate the risk and exposure of potential clients. They decide how much coverage the client should receive, how much they should pay for it, or whether even to accept the risk and insure them. Underwriting involves measuring risk exposure and determining the premium that needs to be charged to insure the risk. The basic function, students, of the underwriter is to acquire or to write business that will make the insurance company money and to protect the company's book of business from risk that they feel will make a loss. In simple terms, if I explain you student, it is the process of issuing insurance policies. Risk in underwriting. The underwriter engages in what is known as risk classification. This means that they categorize and assign applicants to different risk classes. A risk class is a group of insured that represent a similar level of risk to an insurance company. There are basically, four such risk classes that may be identified. Those are preferred risk, standard lives, substandard lives, and declined lives. Now we'll understand the underwriting process. The underwriter has a number of resources that can be called upon to provide the necessary information for the risk selection process. These sources are explained like, application or medical examinations, inspection reports, medical information bureau. Medical information bureau, if I elaborate on this, another source of information that may aid the underwriter in determining whether or not to underwrite a particular risk is the Medical Information Bureau or MIB. And the fifth one is underwriting in the field. Claim management and settlement. Claim, so we'll understand what is claim. Claim refers to a request made by the insured to the insured to the insurance company, in which he seeks compensation from the insurance company. Claim management is critical aspect of insurance business, and managing claims involves not only claims processing but goes on to cover entire gamut of claims management. Every insurance company has a claims division or department for adjusting claims. Claim settlement process is governed by the terms and conditions of the insurance contract, and the insured expects that the insurance company should abide by the promises made by it while selling the insurance policy. The steps followed in claim management are the general claim strategy, and in general claim strategy, the overall strategic objective of liability and workers' compensation claims management is to minimize the expected sum of claim cost, claim settlement, and dispute resolution cost, and indirect costs such as adverse effect on the firm's reputation that could increase its cost of contracting with various parties. The second step is monitoring performance of insurers and outside contractors, and the third is claim cost allocation. Now, what is this claim cost allocation? An important practical issue associated with administering liability and workers' compensation claims is how to best allocate cost of operating division. The method used to allocate cost can have a material impact on managers' incentives to control the cost, performance measures for the divisions, and managerial compensation to the extent that it is linked to these performance measures. Now we will study types. After understanding the meaning of claims, types of claims adjusters. The person who adjusts a claim is known as a claim adjuster. The major types of adjusters include the insurance agent, company adjuster, independent adjuster, adjustment bureau, and public adjuster. Now, objectives of insurance pricing. Adequate rates, not excessive, not unfairly discriminatory. Now, what is this insurance pricing? Insurance pricing or also rate making, it is called as rate making, is commonly based on real probabilities. That is, probabilities reflecting the actual likelihood of loss events. In the simplest one period case, the premium for an insurance contract covering the losses. Now, why objectives, why this insurance pricing, or what are the objectives of insurance pricing? So what we have discussed is rate making or insurance pricing has several basic objectives, students. Because insurance rates primarily, the property and liability rates are regulated by the states. certain statutory or regulatory requirements must be satisfied. So when we speak about adequate rates, the first regulatory requirement is that rates must be adequate, then not excessive. The second regulatory requirement is that the rates must not be excessive. This means that the rate should not be so high that the policy owners are paying more than the actual value of the protection, not unfairly discriminatory. The third regulatory requirement is that the rates must not be unfairly discriminatory. This means that exposures that are similar with respect to losses and expenses should not be charged substantially different rates. We'll come to insurance marketing. Marketing of insurance products. Marketing is a philosophy of the underwriter determining the strategy and tactics of his activities in the conditions, terms of competition. Marketing simultaneously combines market research, new product development, distribution, advertising, promotion, product improvement, and so on. Insurance marketing is basically just the marketing of insurance products. Marketing of this sort is an important tool when it comes to the business of insurance. The marketing of insurance readily happens in life insurance as well as the non-life insurance. Insurance marketing is just the, we can say it's the marketing of insurance products. It is the distributor who makes the difference in terms of quality of advice for choice of product, servicing of policy, post-sale and settlement of claims. So marketing strategies in India for insurance, innovation, product or service differentiation, advertisement and sale promotion, technology, then customer relationship management, we call it as a CRM, and distribution channels. Now I'll explain you one by one. Innovation. Latest tools and techniques are used by the marketers of life insurance products to boost the sales, to ensure customer satisfaction and brand building. Some of the approaches like innovation, what we discussed, it is in the delivery system, refers to the internal organizational arrangements that have to be managed to allow service workers to perform their job properly. They also, the degree of involvement of the customer has gradually increased in the last couple of years. Customers are involved in the new service process as information providers. Then product or service differentiation. In case of product differentiation, new products, customized products, tailored products, bundled products can be introduced and new target segments can be identified. For example, life, health and personal accident insurance can be bundled together. Then advertising and sale promotion. Advertising and publicizing have a positive effect on the prospective customers as well as personal selling. Both the direct and indirect strategies have to be balanced and mixed well to get the desired result. Then very important, students, the technology. It's a technology era, it's a tech era. IT, that is information technology progress, is a major driver behind the structural change in the life insurance industry to enhance risk transfer efficiency. We call it as e-business, which opens up new ways to reduce cost while lowering market entry barriers and facilitating the breakup of the traditional insurance value chain. Then CRM, that is customer relationship management. Insurance companies experiencing competition from within and abroad. Making this problem situation into an opportunity lies always on the prudent management, adopting or adapting tactics and strategies. So what happens here? The customer relationship management, it provides better service to the insured, protecting him against perils or risk, and the insurer enabling to retain the existing customers and bringing in new customers in his ambit of business. Then distribution channels. For example, bank assurance and selling through postal network will make a great deal of difference. Bank assurance is one of the most popular method what insurance companies will use to sell their products. It is a bank assurance is a package of financial services that can fulfill both banking and insurance needs. If implemented correctly, can bring vast benefit to the stakeholders. At present, the distribution channels that are available in the market are like direct selling or through corporate agents, group selling is there, brokers and cooperative societies, and what we discussed now, bank assurance. Okay, thank you so much students for watching this video. I request all the students to do a proper revision and understand the concepts thoroughly so that you should not forget any of the concepts. Thank you once again.